All right, so the general hierarchy of groups and users is that you'll create groups, give those groups permissions, and then you'll actually drag over users inside those groups so that they'll receive those permissions. So let's go ahead and create a new group by clicking this plus sign. And this group, I'm just going to call them, um, let's say calendar admins, and I'll create that. And before I actually start editing, I'm just going to give this a hard refresh just for good measure. So here's that calendar admins here. And I'm going to click this pencil to actually open up the group editor. And here I can give them specific permissions. So special flags like system administrator is just about every single permission imaginable. You'll see all the check marks appear here. That's because system administrators can by all means do everything in Cyberschool. Login as other users just allows them to utilize the login as feature down here in the Cyberschool dashboard so they can log in as other users. And then underneath users can, this is things like view internet items, which is just a fancy way of saying staff only pages or staff only elements, I should say. If you need more clarification on that, I encourage you to watch the navigation editor videos. Access the site config. This just determines whether people assigned to this group can actually access this site configuration. Manage slideshows and groups and users. This determines if people assigned to this group are able to add or edit or delete slideshows. And the same is true for add, editing, or deleting groups or users from the groups and users module. You might find that if this is unchecked, you might try to access the groups and users, and it'll give you an error message saying you're not authorized to access the groups and users. Use Classroom and Department Wizard. This just means that they're actually able to utilize the Classroom and Department Wizard. And if you're not sure what those are, I encourage you to watch those videos as well. They're just a more optimal and more quicker way to create classrooms or departments, as well as the Access School Alert. Now, this one's very important for teachers and administrators. It allows you to actually utilize the alerts for the school, department, or classrooms. And so teachers will need this access school the school alert checked off to actually send out notifications to parents or students of their classrooms. Okay, then we have module permissions. And these are just more specific. These are all the modules in Cyberschool and whether these users can post to, which is add to, moderate, which is edit and delete, or administer, which is all three, add to, edit, or delete. And you'll notice when I click off administer, both of these are checked off as well. Now, if I uncheck these, administer goes away. So since this is a calendar admin, I'm going to check off administer for events. This just means that by all means, anybody added to this group can edit or add to, edit, or delete the calendar events. So I'm going to click update. And now we have calendar admins. And when I click on it, it says drop user here. So I'm going to expand this admin group here. And I'm going to drag this Alex Burden over there. And it says, congrats, you successfully added the following users to the calendar admins group. If you receive an error message, it's likely that this groups and users is cached, and you just need to give your website a hard refresh. That's Control Shift R, and you'll find that you've already added the user there. So if it doesn't appear right away, just give it a hard refresh, and you'll find that it's there. But now what I'm going to do is let me duplicate, and I'm going to go to District Events. And then let me use the login feature or login as to switch. So now you'll find that this Alex Burden can actually do everything about this calendar, post to, moderate, as well as administer, which is, I guess, both of them. But now if I go to the home page, you can't do anything. Oh, district events. So the permissions are actually upheld. So let me switch. And let me just refresh this. All right, and that's how we assign or create groups and assign permissions.